Now, let's check the definition of the negative angle represented by part C, where it is equal to minus 60. We'll also learn how to determine and draw this angle. We always measure the angle in an anti-clockwise manner. When the angle is minus 60, which is a negative angle, we have to move below the positive axis in a clockwise manner. So when we hold the protractor, don't set it in this way. Since the angle is minus 60, it is a negative angle. So you just have to rotate the protractor in this direction and read the angle starting from 0 at the right hand side of the protractor till you reach 60 degrees. Then join the point that you have marked, which is point P, and point O, which is the origin, to make a line. So in this way, we can draw the angle minus 60. This is the meaning of a negative angle. When we say a negative angle, we mean that the direction of the angle starts from the positive x-axis and moves downward in an anti-clockwise manner. Now let's draw the angle minus 200 in part D. Please consider that this angle is negative on one hand and it is greater than 180 on the other. Now let's draw the angle on the coordinate plane. Since I have a negative angle, I will set the protractor downward. The angle is minus 200, which exceeds the number of degrees on the protractor, which are 180. In this case, I have to move the protractor up 20 degrees more in order to get 200, because 180 plus 20 equals 200 degrees. Then I mark the point, which means that I have 20 degrees. Then I join point O, the origin, with the marked point P to form the angle minus 200. To sum up, this is how we draw the angle minus 200. Simply, we set the protractor below the positive axis and move 180 degrees, and then add 20 degrees to form the minus 200 degrees. So in this way, we have explained how to draw a negative angle which is greater or smaller than 180 degrees. You have a hint on the book which says, you could also give the angles in radians, which means we can determine the angles in terms of degrees or in radians. In the case of radians, you can change it into degrees and then plot it using the protractor. And you should pay attention that the anti-clockwise angles are positive. Anti-clockwise means in the opposite direction. Clockwise angles are negative, measured from the positive x-axis. Clockwise means in the same direction as the clock moves. So the objective of this tutorial is to understand the concept of the positive and negative angles to use them later in the chapter.